The Motorsport Games rally event has significantly increased here in Spain. From 2 years ago in France, a single-day tarmac event, to a multi-disciplined gravel and tarmac rally, replicating the old WRC Catalunya days. Historic, FIA Rally 4 for two-wheel drive cars and FIA Rally 2 for four-wheel drive cars are permitted in their separate classes. There are many medals to be won in rallying, and of course the overall will be the main focus, and there are different ways to win this. Yes, with a single crew and single entry, or like Portugal, a specialist on tarmac and then a specialist on gravel for the two individual days, adding up to potentially to an overall gold medal. Spain have entered all three classes with 4 different drivers. Jose Suarez was fastest in qualifying.
For us, it's a really good opportunity having this amazing event on our country. So we have the pressure, but on the tires and the turbo, not in ourselves. For us, is just win the gold medal or win the gold medal. The Spanish Federation sent us a directly indication, so we need to and we have to do what they advise us.
The main challenge for the overall will come from Turkey, represented by the medal winner from the Games in 2022, Ali Turkan. Turkan leads his national championship in a Rally 3 car, so moving up to the more powerful Rally 2 for the first time this weekend could provide a challenge.
Yeah, first time it's Fiesta Rally 2. It's super fast, super agile. It's very difficult to get used to it with 2 days of testing. Even not 2 days, 1 half day and 1 half day again on gravel and tarmac. So I will try to do my best for my country. But here we have a very fast Spanish guys who know the roads and the car very well. So I will give it a try and we will see what happens.
While the fight for the overall will be the focus of the Motorsport Games, it does permit you to enter each individual day separately. Gravel on the Friday and tarmac on the Saturday. And perhaps you don't have a gravel setup for your car, or you're a specialist on tarmac. There are plenty of single-day entries, including Danish champion Kenneth Madsen.
Because we only drive tarmac in Denmark, so yes, we are very happy to be here, and it's a big experience for us, so yeah, we are very lucky.
And what have you seen out on the stages, the tarmac here in Spain?
Very good, much better than in Denmark.
Moving on to the Rally 4 class for front-wheel drive cars with a 5.1 kilo per horsepower regulation, and perhaps the first step on the rally ladder. Again, it's Turkey who have entered a heavyweight from their national championship. Kerem is second in both the Latvian and Turkish championships in Rally 2, but steps down to Rally 4 for the Motorsport Games. It's likely his main competition in the overall will come from Spain's Sergi Perez, no relation to Sergio of course, or Martin Koci, who is a multiple Slovakian class champion and previous Skoda Works driver. But he, like many in Rally 4, lacks competition outside his home country.
It's an honor to be here representing my country for sure. It's a little bit of extra pressure, maybe. Yeah, like it is a long time since I was competing internationally, so yeah, I have some history. So I would try to do my best, but a lot of names here that I don't know, so anybody can, make some impression that we don't expect, so we will do our best.
And a challenge to switch back to front-wheel drive?
I spent most of my career in front, so even though I prefer four-wheel drive for sure, but I think we just need to be disciplined and keep focused on the traction, and it'll be fine.
And what about the stages that you've seen over the last few days in Recce? What do you think?
Well, the gravel stage is amazing, right? But some rough parts, some rocks, so we will try to be clever and enjoy as much as possible.
For the daily medals, look for specialists. Portugal's Hugo Lopez will be comfortable on gravel.
Yeah, I hope I will fight for the win. The stage seems to be very quick and narrow, but we need to be careful because there's some rocks, and we should be careful not get any puncture and damage on the car. But I hope I will fight for the win until the end.
And nice to have the colours of Portugal on the car?
Yes, it's very good to represent my country and hope to get the best result.
The historic category will once again be crowd favourites out on the stages. And the top 4 from 2022 join us once again. Bronze medal winner that year was Carlos Sainz's brother Antonio Sainz in his wonderful Porsche. Silver in France 2 years ago was Wojtek Staff from the Czech Republic in his Opel Kadett, which he's now traded in for an Opel Ascona, hoping that has the grunt to overcome this Audi Quattro from Italy's Zippo, who was our gold medal winner in France 2 years ago. Zippo, you already have a Motorsport Games medal to your name. Looking at the entry list for this year, confident to do the same thing?
Yes, we are happy to return here after 2 years. We have to defend the gold medal in 22. So really happy because we done the Sanremo last week. We won the category in the European Championship. So we try to do another medal this week, but the other pretendants are very fast. So we have to do the best because this year we have gravel and tarmac, the big difference for the two surface, but we try to do the best.
2 stages, repeated 3 times around the town of Utile, are on offer for the first day of Motorsport Games rallying, Gravel Day. Day 1 kicked off with the United Kingdom first into the stage. A clear road ahead, but the loose surface would not offer anywhere near the same grip for Ollie Mellers as it would do for the later runners. His Iris was fast enough to finish the morning loop in 3rd overall, 1 minute 24 behind the leader. This in part was helped by the fast Mexican duo of Alejandro Mauro and Adrian Perez, who, on stage 2, the rougher of the 2 stages, had a right front puncture. They didn't stop to change it, instead lost a minute running to the end of the stage. The crew, faster than Mexico, but only focusing on the gravel element, was Rokas Stenovokovic. The Lithuanian had been mighty impressive all morning. 3rd fastest on stage 1 and stage 3 and 4th fastest on the other, more rough stage. It has set up a spicy afternoon for the gravel fight between himself and Ali Turkan. Turkish Turkan already has a medal from the 2022 Games in Rally 4, but lacks experience in the Rally 2 car. He may lead the Turkish Championship, but here he is being hounded by Rokas for the gravel medals and is a step away from the overall Rally 2 honours. But that can all change once the tarmac comes around. Having qualified the fastest 2, the morning was about the 2 Spaniards, Alejandro Cajon and Jose Suarez. Suarez has only entered the gravel element, and so this is his day, his only day to show up his younger teammate. Stage 1, fastest Rally 2 car, but only by 1/10 of a second. Cajon gave away another 4 seconds to Suarez a stage later, but on the 3rd stage of the loop, a repeat of stage 1, it was the Yaris that was the fastest by 5 seconds ahead. That left Cajon the fastest overall in the morning loop and leader of the overall, while Suarez leads Rally 2 gravel. In Rally 4 there was plenty of drama straight off the bat for favourites Team Turkey. Tipped for success, Kerim Kazaz stopped his 208 4 kilometres from the end of the very first stage with a drive shaft issue. The end of his day, and now his focus purely on tarmac tomorrow. Also to abandon on this stage was the Argentines of Luciano Bononomi, with an entry into today only and a very damaged Peugeot. It was game over. No one really wanted to be third this morning. Portugal's Hugo Lopez had a strong morning through the first stage, as expected, showing his gravel experience. The rougher sections, however, on the second stage were less to his liking. This junction particularly on the third stage of the loop. The car and the gearbox really didn't like that impact, and it was a worry if he could get back to service. That offered Luis Eduardo Steidl from Brazil the opportunity for third. He was quite solidly ahead of the rest and inherited bronze medal, even after damaging the front right and picking up a puncture on the final stage of the loop. Out front, the fight was between two men. I say fight because Spain's Sergio Perez certainly had the upper hand. Going slow in qualifying gave him a slightly lower starting position, and he hit the ground running, going 12 seconds faster than his compatriot on stage 1. Stage 2, it was 8 seconds faster, but by stage 3, Martin Kocic from Slovakia was able to match him. Kocic is readjusting to front-wheel drive for this event, and a bald left rear tyre certainly would not have helped with his feel in the car on stage 3. But he did claw 2 seconds back on that lead by the end of the stage. In the historics, the form guide was ripped up straight away on stage 1. Zippo in his Quattro, fastest in qualifying and therefore first into stage. He managed to find this large rock, which caused a puncture to his left rear and damaged the suspension, which made the rest of the morning loop very tough. And this is what straight meant to Zippo for the whole morning. To benefit Team United Kingdom, Ernie and Annie Graham in their Escort found themselves third fastest in stage 1 and best gravel competitor. As Zippo got happier with his crabbing Quattro, the father-daughter duo ended the morning second gravel crew. Kjell and Peter Fransson from Sweden in their Alpine 310 also benefited from Zippo's misfortune. You can't imagine this pretty little car being thrashed through the rocks, but on the wide open sweepers, it looks majestic. They were in touch with second overall by the end of the morning. Less fun for Siegfried and Renat Meyer in their German liveried Volvo 240. It made it halfway through stage 1 before its ignition packed up. 10-minute repair, they were able to continue. You might also ask where bronze medal winner from 2022 Antonio Sainz was. Problems in practice, the Porsche didn't really seem to be singing on the gravel. Must be hard work to drive. And best, by a huge margin, the legendary Toyota Celica of Ben Mellers and Alex Lee, who took 25 seconds across the 14 kilometres in the first stage, and then another 20 seconds in the second stage. He learnt about Zippo's damage and therefore, on the repeat of the first stage, backed off, but still won it to go into lunch with a minute advantage. The afternoon, 2 passes of the rougher Sant'Antonio stage and a single pass of Calderon. Ollie Mellers held third position before lunch, but as soon as the first roundabout leaving service, felt an issue. A loose prop shaft gave them a horrible vibration all afternoon and eventually caused a drive shaft leak. More importantly though, it stopped Team UK from pushing and they dropped down the order. This should have been to the benefit of Jari Litten from Sweden, but his Skoda ended up parked on the side of the road in stage 4, the end of his rally. Instead, Qatar's Abdulaziz Al-Kawari moved up to 4th in gravel. And Mexico inherited 3rd overall after being 2nd on stage 5. No change at the top, with Cachon dominating the afternoon and Spain once again fastest. His nearest challenger, Turkey's Ali Turkan, played it safe all afternoon. This allowed Rokas Steptanovicius to solidify his podium on gravel and even creep closer as the day progressed to overall. The gold medal in gravel going to Jose Antonio Suarez and Alberto Iglesias, who headed off to celebrate his 34th birthday. Silver to Turkey, bronze to Lithuania. In Rally 4, the big story would be the fight back for Hugo Lopez. First target was India, who spent 10 minutes parked up on the side of the road in stage 4. The only female racer disappointingly dropped down the order, but back up to speed for the rest of the loop. Brazilian Steedle was the next target. He spent the afternoon safely in 3rd in Rally 4, but looked in danger to lose that bronze medal in the very final stage of the day. That was until Hugo Lopez did this on the final stage. A tough way to finish the motorsport games. Slovakian Martin Koci lost 11 seconds in the first of the 2 stages of the afternoon to his leader, but won the final stage of the loop. To be honours even across the loop with Spaniard Sergi Perez. It was the 2nd gold medal of the afternoon for Spain and the first of a possible 3 for Sergi, if he's able to wrap up tarmac tomorrow and therefore the overall on Sunday.
So happy. The feeling with the car was perfect since the first stage. We have some big attack, and it's good to be back in the Rally 4 here in the FIA Motorsport games. The Spanish Federation is doing a great job with Coeta as well, winning the Rally 2 class. So perfect day for us, and tomorrow will be better for sure.
Yeah, because you continue and you have to fight on tarmac. How difficult will that be?
Yeah, new day, new rally. I think I know the stages a little bit. I did a rally here last year with a Rally 2, and it will be good to have this experience to have a good rally tomorrow. For sure, it's not easy, but I will try it.
Stage 4 was bad for Sweden. Not only did they lose their Rally 2 competitor, they also lost one of their 2 historic cars. Arguably the most attractive of the field, the Volvo 544 Sport of Kim Sevius had been happily in 3rd in gravel, but sadly expired. That handed the silver medalist in France, Wojtek Staff, a bronze in gravel. The Czech driver had a quiet day in his Ascona and will be in the hunt tomorrow once he gets onto more favoured surfaces. Ben Mellers continued to win stage after stage and racked up a complete sweep across the day. His winning margin in stage 6 was nearly a whole minute. The Celica may have filled with dust, but the 2.5 minute advantage over the rest of the field going into Saturday is a comfortable buffer. Zippo was struggling. The car was tired after being rattled around the Valencian rocks, and his comfort hold on the gold in gravel was wearing thin. It was Ernie and Anna Graham that were hunting him down, taking 33 seconds in the final gravel stage, and returning to the circuit, stage 7, as rally historic gravel leaders, but by 0.3 of a second. On the infinitely less gravelly circuit Ricardo Tormo, Zippo ended up faster and won gold for Italy by 2.5 seconds.